My name is Bob McBride. I'm the principal here at Neuqua Valley High School. What an honor and what a pleasure it is for me to do that. The most frequent question I get is what is the Neuqua Honors? And I do want to preface what we do this evening by telling you a little bit of the story of the Neuqua Honors. Several years ago, we've always had a spring awards here at Neuqua Valley High School. And we used to do it in the main gym, and we used to do it with a very large group of people. And really, it was grade point average based. And if you had a 3.6 or higher at the end of a semester, you were eligible for the spring award. And we gathered in the gym, and everybody crossed the threshold and had a certificate. And I'm not here to say to you, you're never going to get a high school principal to say to you, well, grade point average doesn't matter. You're never going to get a high school principal to say that. But you are going to get a high school principal to acknowledge and to recognize that it's one of many things that matters. It's not the only thing that matters. I think as a matter of fact, many of the adults here know that as we grow older, as we move on in our lives, those accomplishments that we had in high school and in college, they begin to fade. And rarely do we get asked for our high school transcript or what was our ACT score. And we really thought as a group, as a staff, as an administrative team, about what kind of honor, most prestigious honor at this school, could we bestow on a group of students who deserved it. We also felt that there was something important, a couple of important things that we needed to do. One thing that we needed to do is we needed to think very, very carefully about our vision. Now, I wear these glasses. I don't wear them all the time. I'm actually nearsighted. So if I wear these glasses to look down here and to read, and then I put them back on, I actually get very, very dizzy. And sometimes, as educators in schools and institutions, we're a little nearsighted. We look at the things that are right in front of us that are sometimes the most obvious about students. The easy defaults of grade point average or test score to bestow honors and awards. And really, we felt it was very important in a very large school, one of the largest public high schools in the country, in the state, to always endeavor to make this large school feel small. And we really felt that we had to put our glasses on and look a little bit more distant. That feels better to me because now I can see you more clearly. I actually can see much further away, and I can see the shapes and the faces of people. And all of that is to say that we felt we had to look deeply. We had to look a little bit deeper than we might normally look to find the students in our student body that are worthy and deserving of that very august word, honor. And look deeper than their grade point average, and look deeper than their test scores. To really dig deep into the qualities that they have as people, the commitments they make every day, and also the commitments they often make every day without the expectation of some kind of reward. It's just the way they do in this big old place called Neuqua Valley. So that was the very first thing. We thought we had to put our glasses on, we had to look farther, we had to look deeper, we had to look at the finer features of the students here at our school. Second thing that we thought was important is that both our faculty and our student body would have an opportunity to nominate. We don't have any other award where every faculty member has an opportunity to nominate a student. We don't have any other award at Neuqua Valley where students have an opportunity to nominate students. And how rich it is to be recognized by your teachers, but also be recognized by your peers. And I'd ask all of you honorees to step back for a second and think about what that means. That you've walked in this school so well that teachers recognize that in you. Better that your peers recognize that in you. As you go out in the world, that'll become more and more important. The recognition of your peers and the recognition of people that you work with every day is very powerful, and it's very meaningful. And that's why we've gathered here today, really to bestow these honors on you. Let me tell you just a little bit about our program this evening. There are a few things we're going to do. I'm really glad to welcome you, and I'm so pleased that you're here on the sides to support these young people and say how much what they do every day matters to you. We have the great fortune of our World Language Department Chair, Mrs. Yvonne Faywell. She's our faculty speaker. She's going to speak right after my remarks. She's retiring after an illustrious career here at Neuqua Valley High School. We're going to give 3 of our awards, and every time we give an award, there's 6 different Neuqua Honors. We'll describe the award, and we'll put the award up so you can see what it is and what we saw in these students. We have 6 total. Then we have Mr. Anthony Zucco. He is a senior, and he is the honoree this evening as well. Mr. Zucco is going to deliver some student remarks from his perspective. We'll do 3 more awards, and then we'll close it out for the evening. There are some very special people that I want to acknowledge. We have our Building Equity Leadership Team. What is the Equity Leadership Team? We actually have a team of people who meet monthly to consider the issue of fairness at this school. Is this school a fair, equitable, and accessible school? Do we live up to that as a democratic place and an institution of public learning? Within that committee, we have some very fine colleagues that I have the good fortune to work with. Karen Calvert, who's on stage with me, Margaret Onkins, who's over here, who's going to be one of our ushers, John Gelsomino, who's on stage with me, and Dipti Vida, who are our Neuqua Honors subcommittee. We always mention posthumously, one of our committee members was a young woman and teacher here who passed away about this time last year named Leslie Bowman. We also have our entire Building Equity Leadership team. Montrine Johnson, Pam Wynn, Joe Polanski, Christina Frontera, James Thornton, Paul Vanderstein, Joanne Wagner, Adrian O'Neill, Natalie Smith, Eric Mendoza, Stacy Wellman, Pat Andreas, and Trudy Menor. Could you give all those people who are committed to fairness a big round of If I don't have an opportunity to say so, I am going to have an opportunity to shake each of your hands, bestow on you a nice Neuqua Honors pin that I hope you wear tomorrow. I am proud of every single one of you. I trust every single one of the young people that are here before us. And as an educator, when I look out at you, and I see you at the age that you're at, and I know I have a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old, so much of my children's lives are going to be in your hands. Because you're going to be the generation before my children who will lead them and take them places. And I am confident in you. Because I look at your faces and what you've accomplished, and you make my heart big. But my children have a generation in front of them that are leaders, caring people, good people, people who deserve honor and recognition. Could you please put your hands together for Mrs. Yvonne Faywell? Thank you very much.
Good evening. It is wonderful to be present here tonight, where you, young people, the selected students in this auditorium, are being honored by their teachers. It is no small feat to be among this group. You have been selected by a diverse group of faculty who have known thousands of students in their lives, and they selected you. They made their choice by observing how you interact with your work, with your fellow students, and with authority. Why is this significant? Is this significant? Well, let's look at it this way. Real-life skills, usually subtle and complex, were evident in you. You did something which impressed an adult. You may not even realize you did this something, or that you possess this quality or life skill. It might be something completely natural for you, or it might be something that you made an effort to do. It doesn't matter. The result is that you had a positive effect on the people around you. This is an important life skill. Let's look at some of the qualities for which you were chosen tonight. Can you find yourself in this list? Are you the student who demonstrated perseverance and resilience in the face of adversity? Are you a student who overcame a difficulty, academic or otherwise? This is an essential life skill. Are you the student who can inspire others to accomplish something that you are passionate about, like starting a band or mobilizing a club? Can you imagine how this skill might help in your career, whatever it might be? Or are you the student who can advance equity and inclusion? One thing we know about the real life in the future is it won't look like us as an individual. It will look like a wide range of cultures and languages interacting with each other. The student understands the value of other perspectives, that the best solution to a problem doesn't come from within one's head, but through discussion, questioning, listening, and some discomfort. Just as the students in this auditorium represent a wide range of cultures and backgrounds, so do the teachers who nominated you. Lastly, are you the student who understands the personal satisfaction of serving others? That it is better to give than to receive? Did you know that there is a formal school of leadership around this concept? It's called servant leadership. It was conceived by Robert Greenleaf, and there is a headquarters in Indianapolis, Indiana. All of these are part of the complex and subtle real-life qualities that make the world a better place. Good people notice this. Influential people notice this. Sometimes, if you're a philosophical type, you might ask yourself the question, is mankind essentially good or essentially bad? Or you might reject this dichotomy, and you might think that man is essentially good but flawed, or you might believe that man is not flawed at all, but the things around him are making him flawed. There's a whole spectrum of beliefs that people have on this theme. But regardless of your belief, we still have the present moment to make an effect on our lot. That is what you have done, and that is why we are here. The wise know that to preserve goodness, we must support goodness. Edmund Burke, the Irish philosopher, said, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." That is why Dr. McBride and our equity committee here did something. They wanted to formalize recognition of these valuable life skills. They wanted to publicly honor the deed and the person who had the conviction to commit the deed, the good deed. As Aristotle said, "You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor." You have demonstrated this courage, and we honor you for it tonight. In conclusion, I'd like to leave you with a quotation attributed to the Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca. It means, "We learn not for school but for life." In Latin, "Non scholae sed vitae decimus." Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Well, I put a lot of pressure on our first group of students who will be winning this Student Growth Award. They're going to model how we're going to do this very simple ceremony. And, you know, when I come to ceremonies like this, certainly we had other options, other than having all of you dress up, asking all of your parents and your supporters to come out, dressing this stage. We could have just said, pick these things up in your class house. But we come to witness and to testify. And part of what we're going to do is simply witness and testify by having you walk across the stage and saying your name to what you've accomplished. And when we witness and we testify to that, it goes from our mouths into your ears, and it lives a greater life. That's the reason why we're here. What I'm going to ask is, in each category, if you could please hold your applause until the reader reads the last name in the category. I'll be standing here giving certificates and pins. My last role will be to have some instructions for you as I dismiss these guys. Okay. The student growth group gets to model this first. So can I ask all of our student growth winners, if you could please rise, and Chris is going to lead you right up and walk across and back and line up for the award. And Mr. Justino is going to take the podium, and he's going to describe to us Neuqua Valley Honors, the Student Growth Award. Thank you.
Neuqua Valley Student Growth Award. The Neuqua Valley Student Growth Award goes to a student who demonstrates perseverance and resilience in the face of adversity, be it personal or academic, and shows marked educational growth and discernible maturation. These are the nominees for the Neuqua Valley Student Growth Award. Christopher Song. Carter Edwards. Paige Passioni. Kaylee Casquino. Lauren Tropinski. Friso Valentis McKellis. Ian McDonald. Oakley Bunce. Liam Kirstein. Mary McGee. Safia Rashid. Lauren Kanya. Nadia Salafu. Mark Thigpen. Alexander Pugh. Corina Pena. Luis Orozco. Joshua Covarrubias. Kayla Algie. Gabriella Chacon. Margaret Stokowitz. Lauren Weil. Michaela Molnar. Antara Anadan. Tanmai Akante. Camilla Agnes. Grace McClary. Ali Khan. Catherine Keenan. Sarah Davis. Cassandra Coons. Jordan Powlett. Madison DeFranco. Anna Panella. Zachary Espinosa. Yasmin Barber. Jennifer John. Kai Gaskin. Keegan Sharko. Gabriella Patino. Madeline Blomquist.
I think it'll be
We
online.
ask the nominees for the Leadership Awards to line up in the back and move to that side. The Neuqua Valley Leadership Award is given in recognition of an individual who motivates and inspires those around them to contribute toward the achievement of a goal. This leader displays dedication and commitment to Neuqua Valley High School, sets high standards of integrity by leading through example, and maintains high personal standards. The nominees for leadership: Liam Bungie, Anish Agarwal, Drew Ruches, Insia Hakim, Mahed Tamazian, Anthony Zuko, Migla Bruchetta, Kelsey Panzik, Brianna Mitri, Elena Russo, Paige LaPlante, Megan Androwski, Terence Jenkins, Samruti Joshi, Samantha Etzkorn, Daniel Malloy, Henry Mikulski, Caitlin Agan, Hannah Parrish, Lauren Ciesla, Madison Reichert, Jessica Boudreau, Valerie Villarreal, Corina Coulter, Cole Bacani, Claire Penrose, Lauren Pencala. Abdil Mendez Munoz. Bradley Daw. Daniel Weiss. Avni Singh. Devashri Nagarkar. Sanjeev Vinod. Marissa Bruner. Jordan Beck. Riziki Covington. Elizabeth Bonstetter. Amanda Bolin. Surya Gupta. Nisa Alim. Lauren Crone. Navneet Eswar. Christopher Voss. Jared Komarinsky. Kaylin Thigpen. Miles Branch. Jacqueline Scavetta. Dhruv Vohara. Jessica Chen. Chinmay Nayar. Marcy Miller. And Corinne Oscarson. Let me introduce to you Mrs. Dipti Vaidya. She will read the Service and Civics Awards. Would those students please move to the back and line up on that side? Thank you.
The Service and Civics Award. Neuqua Valley Service and Civics Award honors a student who has demonstrated a consistent level of service to the school and community. The award recipient displays a high level of integrity, energy, and selflessness with a strong commitment to support programs that benefit the welfares of others. And the nominees are already there. The nominees are the award winners are actually Peyton Damsky, Scott DePue, Courtney Hazen, Timothy Grove, Anusha Prabhu, Samara Miller, Nora Samani, Shruti Ramesh Kumar, Taya Finch, Kimberly Holland, Alaya Budipadi, Kelly Evac, Christine Ramirez, Grace Pendexter, Valentina Navarro, Caitlin Arney, Carmen Crusoe, Madhura Rajasingam, and Maria Vera. Now I would like to introduce you to the student speaker, Anthony Zuko, who is a senior, as we talked about right there.
Good evening. Famous author H. Jackson Brown Jr. once said, "Don't work for recognition, do work worthy of recognition." You know, I think that's one of the most important realizations that we can have. Don't work for recognition, do work worthy of recognition. And that's what every single one of you have done. So let's take a moment to realize why it's simply honorable to be honored with such an honorable honor like the Neuqua Honor. Wow, that was a mouthful. Nevertheless, the Neuqua Honors are not ones to be taken lightly. I don't think some of you realize how utterly amazing it is to be recognized by your peers and your teachers. I looked up the definition of recognition, just to clarify the weight to some of you, and read, the action or process of being recognized. Great. The definition of recognition is being recognized. Well, luckily there was another definition directly below that. The acknowledgement of something's validity. We all want to be validated in the things we do. We may not want to be awarded or recognized, but we do want to be assured that what we do matters. All of you matter. That's something you don't hear every day. You matter. You're not just made of matter, you matter. You didn't start acting like leaders in hopes of getting equal honor. You did it because it mattered to you. You didn't try to show equality for all in hopes of getting a nice certificate. You did it because it mattered to you. And clearly, it showed. That's why the Neuqua Honor matters. It comes from everyone around you. It comes from your friends and fellow students and teachers. What you do matters. As teenagers, we are in a constant search of acceptance and understanding. We sometimes fear that we're mere shadows in the corner of everyone else's eyes. The fact that this award is from our peers totally disproves that crazy notion. It's great to know that someone notices us, that someone cares. So I ask that all of you take your awards in stride and notice someone else. Someone you may not see here tonight. Prove to them that they're not shadows in the corner of your eyes. Prove to them that you care. Prove to them that they matter because they do. Let's all take a moment and realize that we didn't get here on our own. You can't lead a group of one person. There are always people there to help you grow, and spirit thrives in a community. So take a moment to thank all those people who helped you become who you are today. The teachers, the coaches, the friends, the family. Take a moment to recognize those who helped you get recognized. So in short, keep doing what you're doing. You're all here tonight for a reason. You're filled with passions and loves and desires, and you put those towards making the world a more beautiful place. Don't work for recognition. Do work worthy of recognition. Take all the pent-up energy that hormones has luckily given us and put it to work. Go out and keep making a difference. Go out and be a force in this wonderful world. Go out and be you. Thank you.
This student is committed to school-wide diversity and has furthered efforts to promote respect in our entire community. So, here are the award winners. Christina Nugent. Iris Calderon. Alexandra Van Cleef. Samantha Country. Elizabeth Collins. Ty Moss. Kara Abunazar. Lauren Uy. Sarah Rusin. Emily Ruhr. And Janelle Smith. So now I'll be introducing Lauren, Karen Calvert. She'll be coming in for the next Leslie Gorman Award.
All students receiving the Leslie Gorman Spirit Award could stand and line up. Leslie Bauman Spirit Award. This award honors the memory of English teacher Leslie Bauman and the NVHS student whose participation in a variety of events lifts school spirit by encouraging others to be enthusiastically engaged. Contagious energy, good sportsmanship, and wildcat allegiance are key characteristics of this recipient. And our recipients are Connor Gord, Brittany Miller, Lorenz Jenkins, Alina Bernal, Amanda Azuara, Taylor Scarbini, Josie Run, John Jorganis, Brock Rudder, Trevor Tasman, Ngozi Ibe, Emma Salgado, Amanda Makarowski, Amy Blankova, Isabel Lucan, Jessica Calzo, Bennett Makarowski, Gina Nguyen, Akshay Ravi, Samuel Lee, Nicholas Walker, Molly Perigo, Allison Cozy, Varsha Anand. Congratulations to all of those students. Would the students that are receiving the Contributions to Neuqua Valley Awards please stand? Our final award of the evening, the Contributions to Neuqua Valley Award. The Neuqua Valley Contributions Award goes to a student who has been involved giving time and talents unselfishly to our school, Neuqua Valley High School. This can be in any area of the school, from academics to athletics to music. And our recipients are Reed Anderson, Danielle Dvorak, Catherine Randall, Samantha O'Neill, Rebecca Lees. Amanda Reed. Monica Martinek. Serbi Sorok. Federico Hernandez Matera. Jeremy Safoni. Jacqueline Heschner. Brett Wally. Venkata Bharat Bhoja. Paige Carlson. Bethany Windsor. Lindsay Russell. Jamie McInerney. Benjamin Ackley. Megan Naircorn. And Frank Esposito. Congratulations to all of our students. I'd like to turn it back over to Dr. McBride for some closing remarks.
Well, I cannot do better than Ms. Faywell. I certainly cannot do better than Mr. Zuko. Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. And I would just echo in your ears everything that they said, especially what Mr. Zuko said, and what Ms. Faywell said. First, the point of living, and learning for life, not for school. We are a school, but we know as some of the kids who walk across the stage, I know are seniors, I'm sad in my heart. I'm starting to get that trippy nostalgia because I won't see you. And you've been a part of my life for the past 4 years, and I'm starting to make memories of you as freshmen. So I feel meaning and as proud as your parents. Go forth and remember that we hope we've taught you for life, not just how to operate in the school. And I can't, say any better than what Mr. Zuko said, that how precious and important it is that now that you've been honored, you have the light. Share that with other people. These people who are your parents and your family, other students, teachers. One of the things that I've really embraced in my life, especially since I've become a parent, is, I always hope I'm going to make it home tonight. I hope I'm going to be able to see my daughters and my family. But I never know when I might not have a chance to really express how I feel and really recognize people and really give thanks. The reason why we're here is we didn't want to miss that chance with you. We didn't want to have that chance pass us by to thank you, to honor you, and to say how much you mean to our school. We were reading those descriptions, they're pretty lofty descriptions, pretty highfalutin things to live up to. I can't pick which one I think is the most important because I think they're all important. And you know what the big irony here is, folks? Do you know what most of these students said when I gave them their pin or I gave them their certificate holder? Can anybody want to say out loud what most of these kids said? They said, "Thank you" to me. They said, "Thank you" to me. And we're here to thank them. What does that tell you? They said, "Thank you" to me. And we're here to thank them. Can we give these guys one big round of applause?